Hi everybody, it's Judy here at River City Sewing, bringing you this week's video news. Well, this week at River City Sewing, it is all about the list. Now, we've been talking about this for a while. Our list of events and classes and fun and games here happening through 2025. Now, the list is all of our classes, as we said, all of our events, all of our major class offerings for 2025. Now, a lot of this information is already on the booking page, so you can go up there and have a look at any month of the year. Go in and have a look at what is available. There's also a filtered area at the top where you can click on things like dressmaking classes or quilting classes or banana club or AccuQuilt or scan and cut or whatever interest you'll see. There's a little tab at the top and it'll show you and filter for you all the information about the classes that use those particular things. So that's really cool. So if you're not quite sure if there's something you want to particularly learn this year, go in and have a look at that booking page. Now, from today, we will be putting up a print version of the list online. Now, this is subject to change because there's still a few little tweaks to do and a few little items to go into the list that we still need to confirm. However, behind me here is the list of all the different things that we have posted up online. Now, at the moment, there's actually 9 pages of it that's going up. There's probably another 2 or 3 that's got to go up, and that doesn't include the launch in February. Okay, so the launch in February, we'll have a separate little item go up on there that'll give you the rundown for the 3 days of events here at the store during February, like that's the 19, 20, 21st. So that way you can get all the comings and going and what's happening in store and the demos that are happening and who's here and what's going on, all in this launch information. And it'll be in this email. You'll have a little graphic in there of all and a run sheet of all the different times that's going to happen, as well as a link to download a copy of that link for yourself for the list. Okay, so we'll be printing out some of these little A5 size booklets for you to get a hold of that. But best way you can get the list is we've got QR codes on the top of every single page of that list. If you want to keep one on your phone, then that'll take you directly to the booking page. All right. If you want to keep a copy of the actual list of all the classes and their descriptions on your phones, you can download a copy of that after this email goes out with the link that's either in the YouTube description or in the newsletter description. Okay, so it's all there. If you're still not sure, come into the store. We'll set you up with a link on your phone, and you've got all of that information on your phone whenever you want to have a look at it and decide what creativeness you're going to do in 2025. Now, this list has taken us probably about 3 or 4 months to get sorted out, and there will be some tweaks and there will be some changes as it goes through. So as we we look at dates, then we may have to tweak a couple of them just to fit them in the calendar, or just to confirm some things. So ultimately, when you book online, if there is a change, we'll let you know. If there's not, then get set, because we're ready now for a very big and creative 2025, and we've still got a few surprises up our sleeves that we're waiting to confirm. So with all of that said, there is a class for almost every element of creativeness here, whether it's basic sewing, whether you're new to sewing, whether you are an old hand at sewing, or you want to try something new. We've got scan and cut, we've got AccuQuilt, we've got EQ8, we've got brand classes, we've got demonstrations, we've got loads of things, quilting sessions, dressmaking sessions, bag making sessions. So there really is no excuse. If you have been putting off doing classes, or there's something that you want to learn this year, then you need to have a look at the list and plan ahead. Now, some people have said to us, oh, I can't do this on this day and I can't do that on that day. Well, there's only so many places for all of these classes to go. Now, some of them, unfortunately, we can't change dates for some things because I've only got a limited amount of staff, limited amount of teachers, at a limited amount of days. Okay, as it is, pretty much every week is basically full for 2025, and that sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? But that's because we wanted to plan and make sure that you guys all knew what was going on, when it was happening, so that you can plan ahead to grab yourself a spot in one of those classes. All right, so it's all there. Some classes are repeatables. Some classes are anything goes. You can bring whatever you want in there. Some are structured so that you are doing one particular project on that day. So there's lots of fun things ahead. Now, the really cool thing that we can announce this week is that our friend Pauline from Pauline Quilters World is coming to River City Sewing. She's doing a trunk show, and then a few months later she's going to be doing a 2-day workshop on her Quilting is So Simple program. Okay, so if you love spending time at the show with Pauline at her stand and seeing all the fun things that she does, well, you need to book yourself in here at River City Sewing when Pauline comes through. The bookings are open for her trunk show. We do need bookings, and it's a free trunk show, but we do need you to book for that, because we've got to tell Pauline how many are coming, because if we don't get the numbers, she won't come down. It's not worth her coming in. So if you want to have a free fun day to have a look at some interesting things, if you really love watching some of the things that Pauline does, she's been doing it for a long time. I know she draws a crowd at the show and she does that really well. Why not book yourself into that and come along and have a look at the trunk show? And then if you really want to get cracking with your quilting, why not book yourself into that 2-day workshop that's happening? So that's all in the list. All right, if you're not quite sure, give the team a call. So the trunk show is free, but the workshop does have a fee attached to it. So you'll need to have a look at those online. Just please, if you are going to book in for any special events with special teachers, please check your diaries, because some of these, because we have a special teacher or a special guest coming in, and you know, there are fees and charges and things that we have to pay for them to come. The fees are non-refundable, so please make sure that you look at your diaries, look at your dates. If for some reason you can't come, well, you can always transfer to a friend. Let us know that your friend's coming instead of you, and just keep that spot there, because we won't be able to refund on any special event classes. And it's all detailed there on the booking page, so please check your diaries. But otherwise, we have got such a big year ready for you to get sewing, to get started. I know many of you are already started. Some of these classes are already starting to book out. Our regular classes are very popular. Our quilting classes, our dressmaking classes, look, it's all beginning with a very creative 2025, and we want to give you the inspiration to keep going and try something different this year. Okay, there's lots of special guests coming. We've got Margot coming back and doing some fabulous classes again. Those of you who missed out on the Quilting with Spirals last year, we had to cancel because we didn't get enough numbers for that. That has now started. We have got a new date for 2025, and we've started taking some of the bookings in there already from the people who missed last year. So if you thought about doing Quilting with Spirals or any of Margot's classes, they are all up online right now as well. The value of colour is back. So if you thought you should have done that class last year, that get your colours right, it's a half-day class, that one is back up on there as well, but she's put some new items into the calendar for us for this year as well. So it's going to be very exciting. Now the other ones we've got still coming up, we've still got places left for the Tracy Sims Design 2-day workshop that's coming up in March. So if you've been thinking about that, the places are getting less and less, so you need to make sure that you're booking in. Don't forget that class is fully kitted All you need to bring is your machine. There's a list of requirements, but you do need a 6x10 hoop to complete that particular project. So if your machine can take a 6x10 hoop, make sure that you're at least that size. You're all good. If not, come and see us and we can help you get into a new machine that you'll be able to do that class if this is something that you want to do going forward. All right, so don't leave it too long. That way we can get you sorted with your machine and get you all sewing, quilting, embroidering up until ready for that workshop. But it's well worth doing. It's going to be a fun 2 days of embroidery and knowledge and learning a new technique and doing something a little bit different. All right, so that's really fab. So this list, like we said, it's a work in progress because we are still changing a few things around and we're adding some new things in. So it is still a work in progress, but I can tell you that there is a lot in this class list. So whatever you've asked us for, we've given you. And all I can say is I'm sorry if it's not on the right day for you, but at least it's in our calendar here. So you might have to juggle something if you'd like to come along. Because we've filled out our calendar for almost the entire year, there isn't a lot of opportunity to repeat any classes. So if you see them on this list, please jump on it, unless it's a repeatable. Now there's some bag making classes, all of our regular Monday morning, Monday afternoon, Tuesday evening. Tuesday evening is every evening. Sorry for the girls, we had to postpone the 18th. That was our setup day for our launch. We needed the classroom for that, so apologies that we've had to push you on a little bit longer. But that dressmaking class is every week from now on, with the exception of the 18th, which is the day before our launch. And we're going to be frantic getting all of our samples up, all of our quilts. We're just finishing quite a few of the new ideas, and our sampler quilt is finished. We're just binding it at the moment. So there's all of our the team have got together and done a whole heap of samples and ideas for you for different classes and all that kind of stuff. So we will be setting that all up here in our classroom during our launch week. So it's lots of work. They've done an amazing job, all of the team here, and we appreciate all the effort they've put in. So it'd be great if you want to come in and have a look at, while launch is on during February, to come in and have a look at some of those ideas. We'll have some special offers during that week. There'll be some machine specials as well. But look, if you're in the market for a machine, don't wait till then. We can always offer you our launch specials right now. They won't be posted up until that week of launch, but if you come in, we'll give you a sneak peek and the best offers that we're doing for our 2025 launch. Okay, so during launch, the launch week, we're going to have kicking off. Tracy's doing a trunk show from Zunt Design, so there's going to be lots of samples, and hopefully we'll get a sneak peek of the new designs coming out. So obviously they're still they're obviously still tweaking some of the designs and getting them ready with the projects and things. So hopefully we'll get a sneak peek of those new designs, which will be great. So that's worth coming on Wednesday, the 19th, and then the 20th and the 21st. Well, we're kicking off. Maria Boncaldo with Pattern Drafter is here doing a 1 hour demo on our first session on the Thursday at 10 o'clock. And then on Friday, we've got Mel here from Brother, just kicking off with Scan and Cut and Brother Overview here upstairs. So that will be fun for all of you who've got Scan and Cuts, and I know there's lots of you. There are lots of you been asking us. Yes, we have Scan and Cut classes this year, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So like I said, you've asked for it, we've given it to you. So there's no excuse now. We've put them in the calendar, so you need to shuffle those appointment days and make sure that you get in here when those classes are on, because now is the time. Utilize all those elements. If you want to use some of your stash, or you want to do something really creative for you this year, you want to use up some of your items, you want to do something different, then hopefully with our calendar of events, you'll be able to do pretty much whatever you like in these classes. All right, so there's classes to suit beginners, there's classes to suit people who've been sewing for a long time. There's people there's classes, people who don't know what they would like to do. Okay, we can guide you with some information. But the fun news is we are having, those of you who love the Great British Sewing Bee, we have the River City Sewing Bee this year, and it's for people who have never sewn a lot before. Okay, so it gets you into sewing. Some of you who may have done been sewing for quite a while, you might like to join in the fun of these. These are small classes, easy projects to give you the confidence to move on and build some skills. All right, so we're doing a series of those during the year. We're not repeating them this year, we're just doing them one class after the other. But if you have a look at Sewing Bee on the website, there are some super easy projects in there. And for those of you who just like a little bit of fun sewing, those sessions might be just the thing that you need to have a little bit of fun and kick off 2025 as well. So the list is out. So now it's up to you guys to take advantage of. If we don't get there is a minimum number for these classes to run, because obviously we've got to pay teachers and pay our staff to come and do those particular events. So if there is not, we will be cancelling classes if they aren't don't have their minimum number. But I can tell you there's a lot of you been asking out there for classes. A lot of you been asking all those things, and all those people who've put their name down for names of interest. Now that all those classes are up, we'll be calling you and saying, okay, now these are up. So if you are genuinely wanting to do some great things in 2025 with your sewing, with your embroidery, with your quilting, with your dressmaking, you want to make clothes, you want to design your clothes, you want to do pattern drafting, you want to make bags, it's all here. All right, so it's a one-stop shop for classes this year. Now, the other one we wanted to remind you of, we've got By Annie's class. So Rob's coming in to do the By Annie's class next Tuesday. We need a few more people for butts on seats in that one. So if you have a By Annie project that you have not completed yet, or you've done a couple but you need some help, don't forget Rob's first class here with us again is next Tuesday. All right, so there's still time to book yourself in, get yourself sorted, and come in to that class. It's going to be fun. She's going to be here all day doing that particular class. So you've got lots of time to get going with your By Annie project. All right, so that's Rob coming in, which is going to be great to have her back in store again, which would be fantastic. I know a lot of you loved being in those classes with Rob when she was doing those bag making classes. So now's the opportunity to get moving with those bags. Today, which by the time this newsletter goes out, Demi would have done her introductory bag for By Annie's, and we've got a few of those. It's called the Easy Does It zippered pouch. That's an introduction. If you've never done a By Annie's bag before, maybe it's one of those that you want to do first before you jump into a bigger element of By Annie's. So they are repeating those classes. We're repeating those ones with Demi as it goes through. So there's lots of different things. Please go and have a look at the website and get yourselves booking in, because I know there's only some classes are repeated, but there are some classes in our lineup that won't repeat again this year. So take a good look at the list, download a copy, and then book yourself in. All the bookings, all the items are up online that we have in the list so far. And long armors, there is more coming for you as well. We wanted to get this downstairs classroom sorted, and then we are still got our items coming, which we're just tweaking now on long arm, and both for all of our brands, for Handy Quilter, for Gamel, and for Benina Q Series. All right, so we haven't forgotten about you. We wanted to set these in stone, and then we have a look at a lot of our elements that we can give you some more education in those here at the store during 2025. All right, so I've just got to schedule Marino, or Marino's got to schedule, well, both of us schedule each other basically when he's away, to when he can be here to help me teach upstairs with those long arm classes. So it might be another week or two before we get those long arm classes up, but they are definitely coming, especially for those of you who have computerized machines. Creative Studio 7, for the Q-Matic for Benina, and the Pro Stitcher for Handy Quilter. We are definitely looking at education for those during 2025. Now, I know a lot of you like the big events and coming to events. Some of these will be there's still a lot for us to put into place. We won't be doing, as far as we're understanding, we won't be doing Quilting with Confidence. Marina and I won't be doing Quilting with Confidence this year. We'll be doing some teaching in our rooms upstairs with Creative Studio 7. So both of us will be teaching that program here. So the Quilting with Confidence, we're looking to reintroduce that here in 2026, depending on what Gamel are doing. But we can't take out time out of the store this year. We've just been doing a lot of our training and events here in store. So if you're thinking we're going to be at AQC, I'm sorry, we won't be at AQC this year. So if you're looking for a machine, or if you're asking about Quilting with Confidence or all those kinds of things, you need to call us here at the store. If you've been looking for a new Gamel or a new Handy Quilter or a new Benina Q or a Benina sit down or whatever, call and see us here at the store. Either give us a call, we can set up a Zoom call or all those kinds of things, but we won't be at AQC this particular year. Okay, so AMQF. We were looking to go to AMQF in Adelaide. Again, we just do not have the manpower to be out of the store for that length of time. And, both of us being out of the store, it's a little bit hard right now. So we won't be at AMQF. So again, if you were looking to see if there was some kind of deal happening with a long arm for AMQF in Adelaide, you need to come and call us here at the store, okay? And we'll be able to tell you where things are right now. And while AMQF is on, we'll be able to honour all of those offers that they're available down there, same as AQC. All right, but the way the dollar is right now, dollar's not all that great. So if you've been looking at a Gamel, look, there's never a great time with the Australian dollar. But look, get in and get your quilting started. Come and talk to us about what long arm you're looking for, and we'll go from there. But like we said, we haven't forgotten your long armers. You've been asking us for a long time about doing more and more classes here. So 2025 is going to be the year. You just need to give us a couple more weeks to let us get our launch completed, and then we can fit in with Marino's service schedules. Okay. Now, a lot of you talking about service schedules. He will be calling and asking or he's been doing a lot of work behind the scenes to complete his database of your machines, when you had your last service on your long arm, all those kinds of things. So over the next week or so, he'll be calling a lot of you that he hasn't seen in the last couple of years, and letting you know when he's scheduling some of his service runs. Now, if you were looking to do a service run, you hadn't had your machine service for a couple of years, and you would like to put your name on the list, please email me at hello@rivercitysewing.com.au. Don't call me, just email me, okay? Because then I can give that information to Marino. Please put on your details, like your name, the address, because some of you have changed, your addresses, so your name, address, contact phone number, your machine, and if there is little things you would like him to look at, okay? So that gives him a bit of a heads up that he can contact you and say, okay, well, this is when I'm shuffling my schedule, all right? So long armers, no matter if you are a Gamel owner or if you're a Handy Quilter owner or a Benina Q owner, that you would like Marino to come and have a service in your zone, and you haven't seen him for a couple of years and you haven't had a service in a couple of years, then you need to email me at hello@rivercitysewing.com.au. Okay? Don't call him, just email me, all right? Because that's that'll be the best way for me to get that information to him, because like he's still out and about with, you know, breakdowns in service. He won't be able to take your calls, but if you email me, that would be fantastic, and I can make sure that you get on his schedule. All right, and he'll give you a ring. So that's it for this week. I think classes are enough to get you moving and motivated for 2025, hopefully. That will give you lots of food for thought about what's happening in the store. We're still going to continue, like we said, all of our regular classes. Some of them are changed around a little bit, but the list is out. Okay, so if you would like any further information, you just call the team here at the store. They'll be able to help you. Go in and have a look at the booking page. The printed list doesn't have a lot of the detail of the class, but the booking page has all of the detail about the class and, you know, what you need. Some have requirements which will come later on in 2020, or like a couple of weeks before your class. But this is a condensed list. It doesn't have the full descriptions. It has a basic description, but if you want more information, go to the booking page and have a look there. It'll detail pricing. It'll detail all those kinds of things. So if you're still not sure, give the team here a call. Our team are here to help you, guide you through, take your bookings. You can book this online. You can book a class online for much later in the year. I can tell you that a lot of these classes, we've only got limited numbers, especially with our special guests, where if you've got want a class, say you want to come to Pauline's Trunk Show or her 2-day event, or if you want a Margot class, or if you want to do the Tracy Sims class and any of the other events that come up in our calendar, you need to book yourself in, okay? Because then we know that event is going to go ahead. Same with any of the classes here. So we need to have your classes booked and paid so that we know and you're committed to that particular class. If it's a regular class and you can't, and it's a repeatable and you can't come along, as long as we've got 72 hours notice prior to the event, we can push you on to the next one. But some of the special events, it's a one-off, okay? And that's why we say if you be aware of the dates and the times, so that because some of them are non-refundable because of the logistics of getting that special person to come into the store to teach it. All right. So with that being said, hope you have a great look at the list. Hope you're going to get excited about it as we are, and we look forward to being here for you with classes in 2025. So from Judy and all the team, thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you in store really soon, and seeing how you like the list for 2025. So until next week, don't forget next week we're closed for Australia Day holiday on Monday, so we'll be here on Tuesday. So we'll see you next week, and happy Australia Day everyone, and until then, bye for now.